Hello and welcome everybody in our EduHappy tutorials. In this video, we will guide you through the transportation management system and how it works in EduHappy. Before we start, I just need to give briefing about the process in the transport management. Here in the left, you have the transport management and three items under this menu item. So in the first item, you need to create vehicles first and link them to the school because each school has different vehicles. And then you create routes, and these routes are linked to the vehicle. So each vehicle has at least one route. And then in the transport fees, you specify how much and the fees that you want to collect from the students who are using the transport services. After that, you need to link the transport route with a student. So any student are using this route will be defined or specified in the student profile. And then you start collecting the fees under the fees management here. Okay, so let's start the process in details. First, I will click on manage vehicle here. And then you can see the form of manage vehicle are displayed here. It's the form to create a new vehicle. So you need to select the school first and then start creating the vehicle by giving it a name. So let's put any name like bus 300 and then put any number here just for demo purposes, any registration date, any expiry date, just for demo purposes. But of course, you need to specify the details according to your buses. And then other information here are just optional. So just let's keep them empty now. And then click save. System created the new vehicle here. On the right, you can see that bus 300 is created. If I want to edit, I can click on this button. So you can edit in the details of this vehicle and click save. If I want to create another vehicle, I can select the school and create another vehicle here like bus 200 and give another registration number, give expiry registration date and expiry date, and then click save. It will create another bus. So now I have created two buses under this school, bus 300 and bus 200, and I can edit them or I delete them from it. Let's go and the next step is create the manage and manage routes. So I will select the school, I will select the vehicle name, and then I will choose the route name. Let's say route 1. And here, if you want to specify the driver of this vehicle in this route, you select the driver name from here and matron name from here. But you need to create them first under the HR module here, and you create add employee because they are employees. So once you add the employees here, it will be displayed here for you to select from. But right now I don't have any employees added, so I will leave them unselected and they are optional, so no problem. Here in the debit and credit accounts, you need to select the financial accounts that will be used for the transport fees transactions. Once you collect the payment from the student, the system will automatically record the transaction into the debit and credit accounts as per the selected accounts here. So here I'm going to select cash, and here I will select account receivable. Please note that you cannot use the same name for both debit and credit accounts. You need to select debit account different than the credit account. So you need at least to have two accounts here. If you don't have any financial accounting, or if you don't want to integrate this with any financial accounting system, then fine, but still you need to create any two accounts like X and Y, anything like fake accounts, just to keep the system going. And in order to create the accounts, as we have explained earlier in our fees management, you select on financial accounting and click on manage accounts and then create your debit and credit accounts. But I have already created these two accounts before, so I will select them and I click save. Once I click save, the system will create the route for me, and the route will be linked to this vehicle name and it will be displayed here once I select the vehicle name. If I want to create another route, on another vehicle, for example, so I will select the vehicle here and I create the route here by giving it a name. Again, select the debit and credit account and then click save. So the system will create another route for me here. If I want to edit the route, I can click here and edit the route. So I have now two routes, two vehicles under the same school, and the system is ready now to accept payments for these transport services. However, before we start collecting fees for the transport routes here, I will have to go into the transport fees and I have to specify the amounts. So first I will select the school and I will select the academic year, because the transport fees will be different from academic year to another, and also will be different from a school to another. So I will select the school and the academic year, and the system will display the routes here. So I will put how much for this and how much for that. So let's put here 10,000, let's put here 12,000, and then click submit. The system will create the fees structure regarding the transport here. And as you can see, if I want to choose another school year, I choose another school year and then enter the amounts for this academic year for these routes. Once I'm done with that, I need to go in the students and select the students who are using the transport services. Maybe some students will use this, maybe some other students will not use them. Anyway, I will search for students. I select one of these students, and then I will link this student to one of the routes that I have created. So let's go down here. I'm here in the student profile. I will go down and see here the transport route name. So once it's optional, of course, because as I said, some students will be using the services and some students will not. So if the student is using the transport services, I will choose what route and click edit here. I can select from the routes displayed to me here, and once I click edit, the system will link this student to this route name, and automatically the system will understand how much the student needs to pay for these services, because I choose the route and the route is associated with the transport fees or transport amount that the student needs to pay. So once you collected the payments from the students, you need to go here under the fees management, click here. We have explained all the fees management system details in our previous tutorial for the fees management system. So please watch it if you didn't. But in order for you to understand that the transport management or transport fees are automatically created as a fee type, you don't have to create a fee type for the transport. So once you collected the payment from the student and you want to record this in the system, you go here directly to the fee payments, click on fee payment, and then select the student. So select the student that you already collected the payment for and you want to record the payment. So click pay here, and then the system will display all the fee types, and the transport fees are one of them. And this is again automatically created for you. You don't have to do anything in the fee structure or fee types. The system will automatically create this for you. And here you can see that this is the amount, the discount and fine. So if you collected the total amount, so you click here 10,000. If you collected part of this, you select how much you collected from the student regarding this fees, transport fees. Anyway, let's say that the student has paid this in full. So click assign payments and generate receipt. System has created a receipt for you, 126. So click close. If you click this again, you can see that this student has paid already the 10,000 out of 10,000, and there is no due and the transport fees. Click close. Go to the fee collection in order to generate reports and see the report for this collection. So select the school and the grade and click on get collection by fees, for example. You can see that all the students and how much they have paid. If you select transport fees, you can see that this student has paid this much in that receipt for that fee types, which is transport fees. If we want to get this by a receipt, so we can click here and key in the receipt number and then get the receipt. You can see that this is the student and this is the receipt and this is the fee type and how much the student has paid out of the fee, the total fee amount. You can also get it by the students, so you can select the student from here and you can see that this is the transport fees part of the payments that the student has paid. Last thing we need to show you is the integration between the transport management system and the financial accounting, because as I said, we have already selected the debit and credit accounts when we created the routes. So and we have done a transaction now. So let's see in the financial accounting how this is integrated. So let's click on financial accounting here and click on general ledger. Let's select the school, the financial account, and then let's select the report period. It's okay to select the same day, which is today, and click generate ledger report. So here you can see that this is the transaction that is recorded into our financial books. Under the debit column here, we have 10,000. This is regarding this student, and this is the route name associated with this student. If we change the account name here to account receivable and click the generate the report, you will see the same record, but under the credit column. Okay, that's it for transport management. We have covered all the topics regarding this part. I hope it's clear and it will help you to get into working with the transport management system. Thank you very much for watching, and see you in another video.